How to use Water Slide Decal, step-by-step guide for beginners. Have you ever held a ceramic mug with an image so crisp and detailed it looks like it was painted directly onto the surface? Or maybe you've seen a miniature model with graphics so sharp it's like they were printed with pinpoint precision. That's the magic of Water Slide Decal technology, a printing solution loved by many for its beauty, sharpness, and incredible flexibility. Welcome to the video, How to Use Water Slide Decal, Step-by-Step Guide for Beginners. Today, I'm not just going to show you how to use water slide decals, I also want to take you a bit deeper to help you understand why choosing the right printing method matters so much, and what the real job of a printing partner is when it comes to bringing your ideas to life. I've been in the printing business for almost 15 years, working with all kinds of clients, from a small pottery artist in Arizona to a beauty startup in San Francisco, and there's one thing I always say to them right from our first meeting: you don't need to know exactly what to print. That's our job. A great print shop doesn't just hit the print button. We listen to your story, understand your vision, and then help you choose the printing solution that fits best. I remember this one customer, a young woman who opened a DIY shop on Etsy selling handmade ceramic mugs. She asked me, "I want the images on my mugs to look beautiful, stay on for a long time, and not peel off when I hand wash them. Is water slide decal a good fit?" The answer? Yes, if you use the right kind of decal paper, print with the correct printer, and apply proper heat treatment after the decal is on. We sat down together, tested different types of mugs, played around with paper thickness, adjusted oven temperatures, and when she finally got customer feedback like, "Your mugs look like you hand painted them. I didn't know they were decals," that's when I knew we did our job right. A trusted print shop isn't just a place that prints files onto paper. We're your creative partner. We help turn your ideas into physical products in a way that's sustainable, effective, and budget-friendly. You might be wondering, what type of decal should I use for wood, for nails, for model cars? That's why this video isn't just about how to use water slide decals. It'll also help you understand what kind of decal paper works best with different materials, how to prep surfaces so the decal sticks better, and why image resolution and print quality can make up 70% of your success. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all the different types of decal paper out there, or if you've been disappointed because your design washed right off after printing, don't worry. We're here to guide you every step of the way, even on the smallest projects. Drop your questions in the comments below, or shoot us a message directly. And don't forget to subscribe to catch the full series, How to Use Water Slide Decal, where we break down how to use decals on every kind of surface. Because at a true print shop, we don't just print, we help bring your dreams to life. Part 2. What you need before starting. Now that you understand why water slide decals are such a great choice for detailed, handcrafted products, let's dive into the next important part of how to use water slide decal: getting all the right tools ready before you begin. Trust me, one of the biggest reasons people mess up their decals is something as small as forgetting a soft towel or skipping the protective coating. The result? Wrinkled images, peeling designs, or decals that wash off after just a few days. Here's what you absolutely need to have. 1. Water slide decal paper, and if you're asking, do I have to print the design myself? Good news, no, you don't. At our shop, the decals are pre-printed and pre-treated, sharp images ready to go. That's why so many beginners love this method. It's simple, clean, and professional. 2. A sharp pair of scissors or a craft knife. You'll want to cut clean edges around your design for the best look. 3. A bowl of warm water, not hot, not cold, around 104 degrees or 40 degrees is ideal. Why warm water? Because water slide decals work by loosening the decal layer from its backing through moisture. If the water's too cold, the decal won't slide off. Too hot, and the paper might shrink or warp. 4. Tweezers or clean hands. You'll use these to gently slide and position the decal onto your object. Some people think, oh, it's just sticking a sticker on, but I've seen customers toss out entire batches of mugs just because of one greasy fingerprint on the surface. 5. Your item to decorate. It could be a ceramic mug, a model car, even a phone case. You'll be surprised. Water slide decals work beautifully on wood, plastic, metal, and even nails. 6. A protective top coat, clear acrylic spray, or gloss sealant. This is the step most beginners forget, but it makes a huge difference. After your decal is fully dry, spray on a clear coat to keep your image from washing off. Make the colors last longer. Give it that smooth, glossy, ceramic-like finish. So there you have it. Getting properly set up is already 50% of your success. Once you have everything ready, using water slide decals becomes a breeze. And I want to say this again, if you're looking for pre-printed decals in the right size and professional quality, we've got you covered. Using water slide decals isn't hard. You just need the right prep and the confidence to ask questions. Still not sure if your product is a good fit for this type of decal? Drop a comment below. I'm here to help 24/7. 7. Part 3. Step-by-step instructions, how to apply water slide decals like a pro. This is the part you've probably been waiting for in our How to Use Water Slide Decal video, the step-by-step tutorial so you can confidently create your very own custom pieces. I'm going to walk you through the process exactly the way I've done for hundreds of DIY customers across the US, from Etsy sellers to pro model builders. Step 1. Cut out the decal. A clean cut is where a beautiful result begins. Use a sharp pair of scissors or a precision craft knife and trim as close to the edge of the image as possible. Avoid leaving extra white space. It can make the design look rough or bulky, especially on clear mugs or small models. I had a client in Texas who builds collectible models. He once told me, I didn't think trimming just a few extra millimeters would make such a difference, but my models instantly looked way more premium. Step 2. Soak the decal. Water is the key that unlocks the magic. Fill a small bowl with warm water, around 68 to 86 degrees, 20-30 degrees. Soak your decal for about 30 to 60 seconds. You'll notice the film starts to separate and slide gently from the backing paper. That's your signal it's ready. Don't rush it. If it doesn't slide easily, don't force it. Just give it a few more seconds. Water slide decals rely on moisture and patience, not force. Step 3. Apply the decal. Precision lies in the gentle touch. Choose the exact spot on your item where you want the decal to go. Place the decal film onto the surface and gently slide it off the backing paper using your fingers or tweezers. Pro tip, you don't have to nail it on the first try. You can carefully slide the decal a little left or right to position it perfectly. This flexibility is one reason why people love water slide decals. They're beginner-friendly and don't require pro-level skills. Step 4. Remove air bubbles and let it dry. True beauty lies in the smoothness. Once your decal is in place, take a soft cloth or paper towel and lightly press from the center outward to remove air bubbles and any leftover moisture. Be gentle. Pressing too hard can tear the decal. Then, let your piece sit undisturbed for about 3 to 12 hours to dry completely. You'll notice the decal blends seamlessly into the surface, smooth, even, and stunning. Step 5. Protect your work. If you want it to last, seal it with care. This step is optional, but I highly recommend it, especially for items that will get wet often. Use a clear acrylic spray or a gloss sealant. Apply a thin, even coat, then let it dry for a few more hours. This protective layer helps your decal resist water, scratches, and fading, like giving your work a little invisible armor. And just like that, you've completed the entire How to Use Water Slide Decal process. From a simple printed image to a one-of-a-kind item with your personal touch. That's why, as a printing service provider, we believe a good product isn't just about how it looks, It's about helping you create something meaningful. So if you're ready to start making your own thoughtful gifts, drop a comment below or visit our website to order pre-printed, perfectly sized water slide decals delivered right to your door. Let's bring your ideas to life, one decal at a time. Part 4. Tips and tricks for best results. Small tweaks, big impact. At first, I used to think that as long as you followed all the steps, everything would turn out perfect. But then, there were days when my decal wrinkled on a mug or just wouldn't stick on wood. That's when I realized applying decals isn't just about technique, it's about finesse. So before we wrap up this how to use water slide decal video, let me share a few personal tips I've picked up after hundreds of decal projects to help you avoid the same mistakes I once made. 1. Always test on a small item before doing a big batch. Planning to make 50 mugs for a wedding? Or 30 models for a client? Try one first. Every material, wood, plastic, glass, metal, reacts a little differently to water slide decals. One of my customers, who owns a souvenir shop in New Jersey, once lost an entire batch of 100 keychains because she didn't heat set the decals on plastic properly. If she had just tested one or two first, she could have saved herself a few $100. 2. Avoid wet hands, especially during application. I get it, that moment when you're sliding the decal off the backing paper, super nerve-wracking. Your hands might shake and they're probably wet. But here's the thing. Wet fingers can tear the delicate decal film, wrinkle it, or even leave fingerprints on the image. Pro tip. Keep a dry towel nearby. Apply one decal, dry your hands. Sounds minor, but trust me, it makes a world of difference. 3. The surface has to be clean, dry, and smooth. You could have a flawless decal soaked at the perfect temp with perfect technique. But if your surface has dust, oil, or moisture, the decal won't stick evenly. It might peel off after a few days. I like to wipe down mugs or models with an alcohol pad first. It disinfects and removes oils from fingerprints, which helps the decal bond like a ceramic glaze. 4. Use extra adhesive for rough or curved surfaces. Some surfaces are just trickier, like raw wood, textured metal, or curved items like helmets. On these, decals might slide around or fail to stick completely. Here's a trick. Use a thin layer of support adhesive, something like Mod Podge or PVA glue, and brush it lightly on the surface before applying the decal. It helps the decal grip better and keeps the edges from peeling as it dries. Sometimes what makes a product stand out isn't the fancy tools, it's the tiny details most people overlook. And that's exactly why I always say, applying decals isn't just about sticking something on, it's about telling a story through images. So as you can see, how to use water slide decals really isn't hard. You just need to prepare well, handle things gently, and pay attention to the little things. Part 5. Common mistakes to avoid. What not to do with water slide decals. I know you're super excited to make your very first project, and you should be, but hold up just a second. Even though using water slide decals seems simple, a few tiny mistakes can ruin the whole result. So let's go over some common beginner slip-ups, so you don't have to learn them the hard way like I did. Leaving the decal in water too long, you only need to soak the decal for 30 to 60 seconds. That's it. If you leave it longer, the film gets too soft, tears easily, or loses its stickiness, and then it's hard to apply properly. Pro tip, when the decal starts to gently slide off the backing paper, that's your moment. Apply it right then, not drying the decal properly after applying. I once got an email from a customer saying, "Hey, it's been 2 hours and my decal still looks bubbly and wrinkled." Turns out she had just dabbed it lightly with a paper towel and let it sit. What you really need to do is press gently with a soft cloth, work from the center outward, and let it air dry completely for 3 to 12 hours. And don't apply a top coat while the decal is still damp. Water slide decals are actually super easy to work with, as long as you're gentle and patient. Just remember, beautiful results come from careful prep and attention to the tiniest details. Part 6, FAQs. Quick answers to common questions. Are water slide decals durable? Are they waterproof? Yes, they're surprisingly durable if you apply them correctly. Once dry and sealed with a protective layer like clear acrylic spray, they're water resistant, easy to wipe clean, and perfect for everyday decor items. Can I apply decals to wood? Absolutely. But for raw or unfinished wood, you'll want to use a base coat or primer first. That way, the decal won't soak into the surface and will stick evenly. Can I sell products made with water slide decals? Totally. I have dozens of customers who sell water slide decorated items online. Things like custom mugs, picture frames, model kits, packaging boxes, and more. As long as you use high quality pre-printed decals, follow the correct process, and seal the final product well, you can absolutely turn your ideas into professional level products. If you're thinking about using water slide decals to build your own brand, don't hesitate to shoot us a message. We'd love to help guide you through it. And that's a wrap. You've just completed the full journey with me through how to use Water Slide Decal. From prep work, step-by-step application, insider tips, to real-world advice. Let's quickly recap the key steps. Cut, soak, apply, dry, seal. Sounds simple, right? And it is, but when done carefully, the results can be stunning. Beautiful, long-lasting, professional. Because water slide decals aren't just about applying images, they're about adding soul to a gift, a product, or a personal space. You can create just about anything: a custom mug for someone special, a one-of-a-kind model car, or a handmade photo frame full of personal meaning. If you're ready to start creating, check the description below. I've dropped the link to order ready-to-use decals and a checklist of all the tools you'll need. And if you have a unique idea, pal, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos about printing, creativity, and DIY art. We're PHI Van Printing Service. We print what you imagine and help create what you love.